Also, not a fan of all this cloud cover that we're seeing outside. You are looking live from our CSU Skycam. That is nothing but cloud cover, and that's going to be hanging with us throughout the day today. Perhaps you have plans to head on out to Cedar Point. Of course, opening day was this past Saturday. Temperatures mid-40s with a lot of cloud cover outside right now. And through the day, notice that we hang on to that cloud cover, perhaps a couple of lingering morning showers. I'll show you that in just a moment. Temperatures, though, making it only lakeside into the upper 40s, low 50s. Here's what radar looks like. And notice that we are tracking some moderate and at times some heavier showers down around Richland and Ashland County. But for the rest of us, if you're heading out and about in Akron, have that umbrella on standby just to be on the safe side, because again, we will hang on to showers throughout the first half of the day today. And notice too, complements of a northerly breeze. We're cooler lakeside, so temperatures from Ashtabula through downtown and back toward Elyria only in the 40s. Meanwhile, farther inland, we're in the upper 40s and lower 50s. Again, this is the reason why, is because of that northerly breeze off the water. So something to watch out for. Also, that northerly breeze may act to produce some erosion and coastal flooding. That because Lake Erie right now literally at record high water levels. In terms of fog, there is a little bit of fog not only in downtown that we were just showing you with our live CSU tower cam, but down around the Akron-Canton Airport, Ashtabula. Notice that visibility is down to about 1.25 miles. And as we mentioned, throughout the afternoon, hang on to those umbrellas because spotty showers in the forecast. Overnight tonight into early tomorrow to get your Tuesday going. Things looking a little bit better on Tuesday. I do still want to hold on to an isolated sprinkle chance. Otherwise, your Universal Windows Direct full 7-day forecast. If you are sick and tired of the 40s and the 50s, not to worry whatsoever. By mid to late week, temperatures are rocketing into the upper 60s and lower 70s. And notice this upcoming weekend. Of course, we have tons of events going on here in Northeast Ohio. I think that by Saturday, we make it into the mid 70s. And how about that? Just in time for the Rite Aid Cleveland Marathon. That's taking place on Sunday. Of course, WKYC is going to be all over that. We're going with temperatures around 80 degrees, perhaps a couple of showers in the forecast by that point as well.